Hi. All right. So Capricorns, welcome back, you guys. All right, let's jump on into this storyline. We're just going to take a peek and just do a Celtic cross. So hold on, because I'm going to need quite a few cards. Right now we just have 3 out, and let's see where these cards are going to take us. I have to keep them in order of how they came out. So we're just going to look at this basically from one person's perspective on all of this, okay? So we shall see where this one leads us. We need 3 more. Thank you guys, by the way, for being patient. I was going to try to get a video out for you yesterday, but it was a very chaotic day for many reasons. And it was weird reasons too. The morning started out with tree trimmers making tons of noise. Then a huge storm picked up. And then I was super busy, and it was just a wild, wild day. So now here we are in a peaceful day. So here we go. This storyline is beginning with the 6 of Pentacles in the upright, which is fantastic. Somebody is in a place where they want to have equal give and take, or they are thinking about wanting to give equally to a connection, to a situation. The idea of being fair is at the forefront of somebody's mind, which is wonderful. Now, the motive for that may be because they're really feeling bad about something, really feeling guilty, or really feeling sad for themselves that they messed something up. Because we have the 5 of Cups. That's a ton of remorse. That's a ton of loneliness. And we see this kind of barren winterscape. And, this person is standing here out in the snow, kind of like pondering like the problems that have been created, possibly through procrastination, or maybe because they didn't give equally in the past. Now, alternately, this could also mean somebody is thinking very much about, like, I want a situation where there's equal give and take, and I feel like really sad that I haven't had that. So it could go either direction. I'm inclined to say it's the first storyline, only because underneath it all, we have the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Like, somebody is knowing, I need to open up completely. I feel like this is a storyline of someone who is realizing they did not open up, and that led them to be very sad. They have a lot of regret for not being a team player. Maybe this was, heck, this could be in the workplace. Maybe somebody has gotten in trouble, because Pentacles can talk a lot about money. Maybe somebody has not been pulling their weight, or they haven't been very cooperative. Maybe they got written up at work or something, and they're like, they're right. I was not cooperating. You know what? I was totally holding back. I was totally not being polite. I do need to change my attitude. Obviously, though, this looks a little bit more like it's a love relationship, but it doesn't have to be. This could be about friendship. They weren't really being very friendly. They weren't really being fair in a friendship, and they want to do that now, because this is somebody realizing that they have got to quit being stingy, or they have to open up. They have to release something so that they can communicate better. In the recent past, we have the 6 of Swords in the reverse. If somebody tried to just walk away from something, they didn't get any distance at all. I feel like something went wrong in a connection, whether, like I say, whether it was between colleagues or friends or lovers. But you know what? That thing that went wrong has simply been sitting there. Somebody's been stewing in it. They didn't, even if they haven't been talking to you, or you haven't been talking to them, they haven't gone anywhere. This stays on their mind like a big old, have you ever had like where it's hard to swallow that lump in your throat? It's like that, only in this case, it's a mindset. It's like, oh my gosh, I've got to heal this with you, because I can't move on from it. It's in my mind all the time. I feel like this has been lingering in somebody's head for a long time. And we have the High Priestess that came out in the reverse, Cancerian energy here. This is where somebody, I think that they know darn well that there's only one way to fix it, and that is with them stepping forward and opening up. I don't know yet what they have to open up about, but they are very aware, and maybe you're aware also. They know that they know there's only one way to fix it, and it's up to them. That's what it looks like to me right now. Cancerian is the only major arcana so far, and it's really all about emotions. And this is a fairly emotional reading so far. In the upcoming future, they're still worried that even if they try to fix this, they're going to get shut down. 4 of Cups. There's a big worry in the upcoming future that what if this is still a missed opportunity? Hi, Haley. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for showing up, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. But yeah, we've got somebody who's very worried that what if I can't? What if I approach? What if I try to open up, but what I'm opening up about now, somebody doesn't want? my offer. There is a big worry on this person's mind that it still is going to lead up to being a missed opportunity because of the actions that they took in the past. Just because somebody wants to open up now doesn't mean everything's just going to be right as rain, like, okay, not a problem. Before we move any further, because we still have 4 more cards to talk about out of the Celtic Cross, let's do a little bit of clarification. Why does somebody now want to focus on equal give and take? Why is that at the forefront of somebody's mind? 6 of Cups, 6 of Swords, because like we said before, they've been stuck in their mindset, right? I can't move on from this. Instead, what I want to do is I want to move back into your life. I want to move back into your world. I want us to move away from the conflict and be back on good terms. 6 of Cups is a returning soulmate. 6 of Cups it's nostalgia. I loved the way we were. I loved our energy together. I want that energy with you again. That's what I'm picturing. Is we used to have so much fun together. We played together. We worked together. You were my bestie. You were my lover. You were the person that I really connected well with. And all I want is to move on from the conflict at this point. So let's see. Tell me, why do they have so much regret over this? I mean, that 5 of Cups, they know exactly why there's a blockage here. My goodness. Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, Page of Pentacles. If they have a ton of regrets here, it is because they think that they lost you. I mean, this would be the earth energy, right? Capricorn was everything they wanted. Capricorn was giving, was loving. Capricorn is somebody who also probably, even though you are a very loyal person, if this person was being stingy, was not moving things forward, you may have turned your back and you looked out at other opportunities. And they may even know that you currently have a new opportunity. Someone new who's coming towards you, someone new that you are communicating with. It may just be the very beginning point of a relationship for you. But if that's what this person is in so much regret over, it's like, oh my gosh, I held back. And now all of your loyalty, all of your love, all of the value, you're actually seeking out other places to give all of that. And you're finding it, because who wouldn't want to be with you? This person knows darn well that you are already not necessarily single, or you certainly won't be for long. They know that you're actively looking out to other horizons. So why? Tell me with the High Priestess, since that's our most potent card. Page of Cups. They know they owe you about 1,000 apologies. They know that, I don't know if this relationship, this emotion that they have for you is so huge that they didn't know how to deal with it. And, if we're dealing with a soulmate situation, that's a lot of energy. You see how this little child is standing here, but the ocean wave is about to engulf her. The High Priestess is, I know that I owe you an enormous explanation, and I owe you an enormous apology, and I know that I owe you an enormous amount of love. But all of that enormosity is perhaps the same reason I was rattled before. If they're becoming pretty clear, they're intuitively understanding why they were overwhelmed. It could be because I have a lot of emotion on this. I don't know. That's kind of a tough situation for me to say, okay, somebody wanted something so much that they just got so overwhelmed. It's like, I don't know. I want to go a little bit further on that. Ace of Swords, Knight of Cups. All I can say is this. If somebody realizes that there's only one way forward, which is to begin with an apology, to begin with the truth that, can I please come see you? I mean, that's what this looks like. It does look like there could be some travel here. Somebody wants to say, I am sorry that I pushed away my emotions. The truth is, I want to come towards you. We see it. The hawk is in flight, and the horse, the knights, are our action takers. I want to come towards you. This person is like, the only way that I can maybe get another shot with you is if I tell you the raw truth, which is, I want to come back into your life. So why are they worried with that 4 of Cups that this is going to be a missed opportunity? We got the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, because they're worried that you already dropped them. It's not going to matter what they open up about now, or even if they do open up at this point about why they were closed off in the past, that it may be just like, yeah, well, now that I know all this about the way you operate, I'm not interested. I don't know, this to be this worried about, I think that they're worried that you're already long gone. That's what I really see with that. They're worried that you're already long gone. Okay, so in their hopes and fears position, we got the Ten of Swords. They're terrified this is over. Done, 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 not coming back. They're not going to be able to cajole you or persuade you or entice you to open back up to them. How others see them is like people who know them well know that this person is hurting over this. We've already seen them in a lot of regret with the Five of Cups. Now we see them with a full-on heartbreak over this. Well, they created the heartbreak from what we can tell in this storyline. Somebody created their own heartbreak by holding back. We're going to still ask why. Why did they hold back in the first place? But in this case, everyone who knows this person knows that you're the one they're hurting over. So this person is kind of in big sad mode right now. What they want is to become the King of Swords. So it could be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but they want to come across as confident. They want to speak something truthfully, but maintain control of their emotions. This person may have problems explaining everything because the King of Swords is kind of known for not necessarily verbalizing everything. They may feel a lot, but they condense it down into little sentences. Like, say you've just made like the most delicious meal and handed it to me, and I take the first bite, and I not only do I not show you what my face is feeling like, that my taste buds are exploding and angels are dancing on my tongue, but I'm deadpan about it. And then you go, did you like it? And I go, mm-hmm. And what I'm really thinking is, oh my God, you could be like a world stage chef. You could open your own restaurant. How did you make something this delicious? But instead I go, mm-hmm. I mean, what is that? That's no kind of like, and I could have even said, mm-hmm, thank you. And it comes across so cold, right? It comes across so rude. Sorry, this sounds really awful, but if this person wants to get to the point where they can explain things better, because the sword is upright, they're wearing like a red cloak. It's like, okay, maybe they could find a way to, instead of just saying, mm-hmm, thank you, they could say, this is the best thing I've ever eaten. I can't thank you enough. Okay, now that changes it. Now they still may not be very expressive, but at least they're finding better vocabulary to express things. I feel like this is what this person wants, but they still want to maintain control. Like, I'm not a very controlled person, so I would be like, oh my God, how did you make this? Can you share the recipe? I'd be calling my mom saying, you got to come over. You got to taste this. Like I would be all over the top, but that's how I am. This person, not like that. So they want to become better at expressing things while still maintaining control. The outcome is a Prince of Cups. Prince of Cups is at least trying to come forward. They're trying to come in on a white horse wearing silver armor. This represents like an honorable action that is very pure intention as well. So the outcome, I do think that this person is trying really hard to overcome their own nature. And I think let's ask, what is the blockage? I said we'd ask that. And I think that's the biggest thing, because we've seen a hint of it with the King of Swords. If that's what they want, if being a King of Swords would be a huge upgrade, wow. What's their blockage? And we have the High Priest, which is the Hierophant in any other deck. So it's Taurus energy. This has a lot to do with, I'm going to say, rules and regulations on one hand. It has a lot to do with like, this is the order of things. This is how we do things. You cannot break away from the structure of something. Now, this card can have a lot to do though with like our spiritual beliefs. It can have a lot to do with like, if we talk about this in the context of marriage, we get married, and this is the official documentation that says we are legally bonded. It does not necessarily have anything to do with the heart being, bonded to another person. However, on the flip side, this can also talk about somebody who is like really like rigid. This is like a CEO of a business. They rule the way things are going to be. And this can talk about our belief systems. Now, hopefully our belief systems are always like enlightening us. It's connecting us to our higher selves. But sometimes we can get stuck and locked in. And you notice we do have these two keys here. Keys are only there because we have something that's locked, right? This could be that someone has been locked out of connecting with their higher self. Maybe they've been following like a prescribed belief system where they're not allowed to, maybe this person hasn't allowed themselves to love who they want to love. Maybe there's been something where it's like, well, I was raised in a particular belief system where I cannot be in love with this particular person. Because of whatever differences there are, because we have different viewpoints, because, we come from different cultures, because, whatever this is, it looks like this person has needed to simply open themselves up. It's like their higher self has been trying to guide them to this, but they might have been pretty locked out of their higher self. Why? I mean, it's in the upright, so there's a huge amount of, King of Wands in the reverse, Star card in the reverse, and Empress in the upright. This does have something to do with higher levels of commitment, because they want this, right? But they, for some reason, have been locking themselves down. Like, no, I'm not going to show emotion. This is actually a lot of ego in the way, which makes sense. If they've been holding back, even though their higher self has been like, come on, you best open up to this, but they've been really trapped in ego and insisting that, either lying to themselves that this is not the relationship that I'm allowed to have, therefore I can't let myself want it, therefore this can't be the thing that the universe has sent me as a gift. And yet all along they know darn well there's only one person for them, and it's you. There could be also a really powerful mother figure who has implanted that in their head and said, no, I make really great decisions for you, and I'm going to tell you that this person, masculine or feminine, is not really who you're supposed to be with. And they might have listened to that kind of dogma. They might have listened to that kind of rule setting. The only thing is, normally the Empress is great. That's why I'm less inclined to believe that this was like some overburdening, overwhelming, like I say, maybe a mother figure or somebody who was trying to tell them that, oh no, Capricorn is not your perfect match. That's not who you should be with. I don't really see that, because she's in the upright. I mean, if they did that, it was still actually a well-meaning person who was like, oh, I don't think that that's the perfect match for you. But maybe they didn't understand their own, son or daughter well enough to know, what do you mean? Who are you to tell me who matches with me? Only I decide that. My higher self is my own, autonomous person. My mother or father cannot know who my real match is. Not really, because it's up to how I grow and develop as a unique, adult individual. So there is one little edge of a storyline there, but I'm inclined more to say this person has been like following some kind of mindset where they got really arrogant, thinking that, sometimes people see something that they want and they go, you're so much better than anything I could achieve. Let's go back to the idea of like, you made me this amazing meal and I eat it and I don't really tell you how amazing it is. Maybe because I always wanted to be a good cook. And so I taste your food and it's so much better than anything I could have made. And instead of me saying, I am so lucky that I've met somebody who is as skilled and talented as you are, instead I'm jealous. And so now I intentionally, instead of seeing you as the gift that the universe has just brought into my life, I say something a little bit rude because I don't want to tell you that I know you are light years ahead of my cooking skills. I'm putting in this context also because I don't know if this is necessarily about love. It certainly could be, but it could be about great friendship, that somebody became like a rival instead of an awesome friend because pettiness set in. And they decided to act like, I don't really want to be around you because you show me what I'm lacking in myself. Your recipes are way better than mine. You're so far beyond my skill set that it makes me focus on what I'm lacking, which again, that should have been a gift from the universe. If the universe sends us somebody who is so talented, so skilled, and we're lucky enough to be around them, that could be a wonderful opportunity for us to learn. If I'm eating your delicious food, I could say, can you teach me how to make this whatever beurre blanc sauce? Because my cream always breaks every time I make it. Can you please teach me this? Because I want to cook as good as you. But instead, my ego gets in the way and I go, this is the best thing I've ever tasted. I'm damn sure not going to tell you that because I just feel really bad that here I thought I was going to open a restaurant, but I know if you opened one, they're all going to go to your restaurant, not mine. So now we're rivals. So I don't want to be around you, like that would be like serious ego tripping on my part. Right. But I feel like that's what this person did. They turned away from the gift the universe gave them, maybe because they really need to get in touch with their higher self. Your higher self is not going to tell you to be jealous of somebody. Your higher self is going to be like, okay, did it show us something that we need to improve on ourselves? Or are we jealous because we just haven't recognized that Sometimes the universe sends us gifts where people can help us. And it's not negative to think that we need someone else's help and inspiration in our life. But if we're thinking we're supposed to do it all our own, and we're supposed to be perfect without anybody's influence or anybody's assistance, that again, that's our ego stepping in. It doesn't mean somebody is terrible for thinking that way, but we do need to get beyond it. That's what I see in this, because they came across an empress. They came across either the love of their life or the best chef they're ever going to meet, and they needed to embrace it, not feel intimidated by it. So if that's the reasons for holding back, let's talk just a little bit about the Prince of Cups, because that's the outcome. This person is on the precipice of 10 of Wands in the reverse, 5 of Swords in the reverse. The outcome is that, and we've seen this person going through a major transformation, right? We've seen them wanting to give equally. We've seen them feeling regretful. We've seen them wondering, did I mess this up so bad that I'm not going to get another shot with you? And now we finally see them trying to come in and trying to, they're on their way. They're approaching the castle, right? And they're carrying all the burdens, all the things that they need to explain. Like, I really messed this up. I was super defensive towards you. That 5 of Swords in the reverse is, I don't want to be defensive anymore. My defensive energy is what has kept us apart. I know that. I was feeling, challenged by you instead of proud that I know you. I was feeling like you're a competitor instead of just feeling grateful that I met somebody as amazing as you. There's a lot I can learn from you. I want to be in your presence. Like that kind of stuff it feels like that's where this could go, right? The outcome could go that way if somebody can get on top of their ego by connecting first with their higher self and unlocking that part. And we all do it sometimes, right? I don't think there's anybody out there that doesn't realize at some point and reflect and go, damn, that was seriously my ego talking. That's like not who I want to be. I need to work on me. So I don't know, because we had that 6 of Cups, it could be about a friend. It could be about a lover. It could be about, any kind of relationship. It doesn't always have to be about romance, right? But as always, guys, they're just stories. I am not a psychic. I'm a writer who writes without a pen in this format. So this is all fiction. If there's something that you like about it, awesome. Take away a message that puts a smile on your face. Don't let free entertainment get in your head and give you a bad day, though. Click off if you ever don't like something. Don't fill your head with storylines that don't have anything to do. They're not entertaining, or they're not uplifting, or they literally have no bearing on anything that you recognize. Because it's just free entertainment. So you guys take care. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for liking this video. It helps my channel to grow. And so I appreciate it very much. And more than anything, thank you guys for your awesome comments. Very nice. Thank you so much, Haley. Hi, Delinda. Thank you, sweetheart. You'd love to bake for me. I'm an eater. I would love to eat whatever you cook. Whatever you cook. I love to taste other people's cooking. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. And I'm the person where my family laughs at me, because if we go out to a restaurant, it doesn't matter what the restaurant is, I will pick the one thing that doesn't sound like I've either ever had, or it's not something that a restaurant like this would necessarily, you would think that they would have on their menu, because I always feel like if it's on their menu and it's so unique, it's probably a specialty. It's probably the chef's personal love, So I'm going to order that item. And my family's always like, oh God, here she goes. She's not going to order just a hamburger. She's going to order a goat hamburger, or, something just totally different. And it's like, well, it's got to be good, right? Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Hi, Bruce. Good to see you. Sedonia, what a beautiful name. I love Sedona, Arizona. And so Sedonia is beautiful. Sedonia Monet. You sound like an artist. That's a gorgeous name. Sarah J, I'm so glad you made it to the live. Hi, Desiree. Good to see you, hon. All right, you guys, take care. Have a beautiful afternoon. Bye.